Hello, years 7 and 8. It's Mr. Tomasovic here, hoping you are all safe and well. This video is to give you guidance on how to complete and submit your student work log in terms of all the work you will be doing as of Monday, the 20th of April, while the school is closed. So this logging sheet is located on Microsoft Teams, and your tutor has set this as an assignment. So if I just show you what the Microsoft Teams page looks like, and on the left-hand side here, you can see assignments. You would click on that and you would see your tutor group, and then you would then be able to access this Word document, which is your work log. First things first, you've got to then enter your name at the top. So you just delete this bit here, and then you'd put your name. So I'm going to put another student as my silly name for this video. And once you've done that, you should be then starting to save that document up here, Control S or clicking that button, and you need to be saving it somewhere secure on your home computer or your iPad, etc. So when you've completed this logging sheet, you'll be sending this to your tutor every 2 weeks. And this is stated on this part of the document here. Look, you must send it to your tutor via Microsoft Teams every 2 weeks. It's just uploading the document to your tutor and then they can see it. So you'll be doing that on Friday, the 1st of May, 2020. It will be your teachers who are monitoring you doing all the classwork. And then your tutors will be told to make contact with parents, carers if they are not receiving the work. That could be your head of year doing that, or a member of SLT as well. For years 7 and 8, it's reasonable that you're spending around 2 hours on English, 2 hours on maths, 2 hours on science, and for all your other subjects, 1 hour per subject. This should total around 15 hours of work per week as a minimum. There's plenty of years 7 and 8s I know that will be wanting to do more. And of course, if you wish to do so, you can. But we think it's a good idea that you're approximately doing 3 hours of work per day as a minimum. And this could be split up further. You could be doing 1.5 hours in the morning and also 1.5 hours in the afternoon. You should be reading as well for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day, as you would be if you were in school. And it's very important to keep up those key reading skills whilst the school is closed. So if we look at an example then, this is week A, so this is the first week, so the date commencing the 20th of April, you need to put that there, and then Monday indeed will be the 20th of April as well. And as you can see, this has been pre-completed for you to give you a good idea of what is expected every day. For example, you could be doing Hegarty Maths percentages for 45 minutes, if that's a topic that's been set. A KO, Knowledge Organiser on Energy Transfer for Science. Jesus Part 1, Knowledge Organiser, flashcards for Philosophy and Ethics. And then your Shakespeare Knowledge Organiser for 45 minutes also. So that is the 3 hours in total done for you. And then as well, keeping up those reading skills. So all I would say is you put how many minutes you have done. Imagine this student had done 30. And then you could also put the novel you're actually reading. So for example, if you were reading Holes, that great book, you could put that down. And also if you're developing any other life skills as well, like food preparation at home, if you made sandwiches, for example, for your family, put this down so your tutor can see it when you actually submit your work log. Now, if you don't want to do these 4 subjects on Monday the 20th, you can actually amend this and do exactly what you want to do. But this is just to get you going if you're unsure about how to actually structure your time. What I would recommend then is on that Monday the 20th, or even before, you actually plan what you're going to do on the following day. So what you then need to do is look at Tuesday, put in the date, so that will be the 21st of April. And then you've got to think about what other subjects you're going to do for Tuesday. Now, you could plan this on the Monday after you've done all your work, or you could even plan that before. You could plan it for the week ahead, for example. So you could do all Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and get everything planned so you give yourself targets to achieve every day. For this, you will need your work pack. And this is the work pack for year 7. So this will be very similar for year 8, but I'm going to do year 7 as an example. So you've done your English, for example, on the Monday, and so you're looking down now to see some other work that you could be doing. So there's more science to be done. And in the knowledge organizer, you've got to also do section B and C. So for example, that could be your work on the Tuesday. Now, if I copy that and then go back to my work log, I'm going to put that in subject A, knowledge organizer, energy transfer, section B and C, and I'm going to spend 45 minutes on that. Now, there's also on here some extra work to be completed on Seneca Learning. So some of the work that you're set isn't just in your knowledge organizer, so it's going to be to complete some work online. So what I'm going to do as well, actually, I'm going to add that in and say I'm going to do that. Now, your teachers should have instructed you how to log on to Seneca. If you are confused in any which way, contact your science teacher, for example, if it's science Seneca you're trying to log on to. And I'm going to include that as well. And just make sure that I'm making a nice, neat note for my tutor to see of the work I've done. So that's 45 minutes of doing that. Now, remember, if I was going to log on to Seneca, I'd need my class code as well as my email address to log in, etc. Imagine I was in 7x2, I'd enter that class code and the energy stores assignment will be there for me on Seneca. I then move on and I plan my next subject. So imagine then history. Okay, I'm looking at the break with Rome knowledge organizer, and I'm looking at, there's two options there, and I'm going to choose the mind map with the different reasons why Henry VIII wanted divorce from his first wife, and then explain which reason you feel is most important. I'm copying and pasting that in to my work log, and that is the subject B, the second subject that I am completing that day. What have I not done so far? I've not put in how many minutes I'm spending on there. It's important to log how many minutes you are actually completing. So I'm going to put 45 minutes there, keep it nice and simple, and then move on to the other two subjects that I'm going to complete on the Tuesday. I then go back to my work pack and find the next subject. What have I got? Geography. Okay, I want to do some geography. I'll keep humanities the theme of my Tuesday. And I'm going to do the South America 2 knowledge organizer. And I'm going to do, I'd say, let's do those 3 things. Here we go. Box 1, look, cover, write and check. Box 2, flashcards, poster. Actually, I reckon I can do more of that in 45 minutes. I'm going to do all of that. I may even get it all done. Remember, you can add into your notes how much you have done. I'm just adding in all I'm doing. And again, I'll say I'm doing 45 minutes worth of geography work there. It might take you a little bit longer. You don't know. Remember, it's a minimum. If you spend longer on it, you spend an hour. You can go over the 3 hours. If you're fine and you're happy to do that work, that's brilliant. Just keep going, and you may find as well that you actually completed all the boxes for the week needed. So with that in mind, you've got one last subject to do. You've got 45 minutes, a minimum of 45 minutes to do still to keep yourself active with your schoolwork. So you go back to your work pack and you look for some further work. Here we go. We've got Spanish. This will be good. A little bit of interactive Spanish assessment on your knowledge organizer, past tense. There's a Quizlet for you to do. And then you're going to go back then into your work log and then say what you're doing and then put down again 45 minutes. And that's your Tuesday planned. And that's done, apart from other activities. I'm hoping you're then going to think about maybe reading just before bedtime. Really, really great activity to do before bed. It'll send you off to sleep really well. And say you're going to do 30 minutes again. If you do more reading, if you spend an hour reading, fantastic. Just log how long you are doing it. And remember to tell your tutor which novel you're reading. They might be inspired to read it themselves if they've not already. And again, if you have done anything, you might have siblings at home and you've helped them with their work. You might have younger siblings who are at a primary school. So you can put down, for example, helped my little brother with spellings. Amazing. Put that down. It's a great skill that you've done some teaching or something like that. And then you've got your Tuesday all completed. So what you've done here is you've planned your Tuesday ahead of the game, and it will give you some set goals to achieve. And it doesn't matter if you did it all in the morning or all in the afternoon. Some days you might spend so much time on a given subject. So you might have spent a long time doing your history work. I didn't put history there. Let me just put down that I've done history. And you might spend an hour and a half on that, for example. Well, if that's the case, you might only do 3 subjects that day. It's up to you, as long as you're doing that minimum of 3 hours and you cover all your subjects in that given week. You would then continue on year 7 and 8 and do all that week and then all that next week until you're finally on the Friday, the 1st of May, it's all completed. And then all you've got left, look, is a reflection area of the work log. This is something where you can say what you've been up to, and this can be for leisure time. So you might put that down that you've been video calling some friends. You might have been watching a great show on Netflix. It doesn't matter. Tell your tutor what you're up to. Over these 2 weeks, I felt it's important to let your tutor know how you're doing. We're really concerned about all our students in terms of making sure they're happy and they're safe. So if you are feeling bored, tell your tutor. If you're feeling lonely, again, tell your tutor. You might be feeling happy at the moment, actually, because you've had a great experience. You may have had someone in your house have a birthday and you've been celebrating, etc. And then again, you can fill in the I enjoyed or I struggled with sections just to let your tutor know exactly how you're doing at this time. Once you've done that, you will upload your completed work log to Teams, to your tutor via your tutor group, and then your tutor will be able to monitor exactly what you have done. So with all that in mind, it will just be you getting comfortable with this process. If you're struggling in any which way, all you need to do is just contact your tutor. They will be able to help you. The main method of communication now will be via Microsoft Teams. But if you're struggling in any which way, all you need to do is let your tutor know, and then they will help you and solve the issue themselves, or they will refer it on to someone else in school like myself or Mrs. Brown, for example, and we will be able to help you and get you the support you need. So I hope that's clear now to you. All you need to do, if there's any other questions, remember just to contact school. Take care.